for free with, got it. We're having issues on online courses for free with the black icon for H5P. And Dr. Nelly's looking into that to fix it because it is her site. So bear with us. Okay, how do I get back to this Zoom? And also bear with me because I don't usually use Zoom. So
Okay, would you like me to share, Liz?
I'm on it. Let me try this. Can you guys see that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yep.
can? Okay, and I just need to click slideshow, right? Is that good?
Yeah.
It looks good on the other one. So I have no access to chat. I guess, Andrea, you'll look after that.
Yep. Yeah, I will.
Great. So welcome. This is our first 5-week course. That's what we need with EVO 2024. It is hands-on, and the hands-on starts this upcoming week. And I just see a poll. Thank you. Andrea, did you do that?
I did that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Dr.
Nelly.
Nelly, great.
No.
I'm also on Avenue, so I'm quite aware of everything on there. Everything from stage 1 to actually 4. Because I was also on EduLink prior to that. But it was the pandemic really opened my...
So we want to know where you teach, whether it's an Avenue or elsewhere.
Okay. Liz, could you hide the control bar so we can see the whole presentation without any gray rectangles over it?
Can you refresh my memory?
Yeah, you have to click on view and hide the control bar.
More?
Okay, or in more. Okay.
Hide floating meeting controls.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Thank you. So this is all a learning process for all of us. We're all learning and we learn together. It's all teamwork. And
It's still there on my computer.
Yeah, yeah. Probably because
it hasn't refreshed, maybe.
Yeah.
I think this will go away when you close the portal.
Yeah,
probably.
No, but it's not. It's not her poll. It's mine, and mine.
It's Dr. Nelly is the one doing the poll, so she can try to fix the site and see what we can do.
No, I don't have
Why
that
don't
problem.
minimize that window for you, Liz? The window of the poll. Minimize it. Okay,
Oh,
that was it.
That did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a little delay on my other screen, but yeah, it did it.
Okay, so far
Okay.
we've got 14, so we need 6 more.
Okay.
To vote. We're interested in Avenue to see how many are from Avenue.
But I was thinking to do a poll within the course because there are people
you'll have
from
to do
Avenue
it
that are
too.
not here.
Yeah, but I just want to know for now so that we can take care of it in the meantime.
Oh, right. Thank you so much.
Okay, Mirella, you raise your hand. Would you like to ask a question?
Sorry.
Okay, I'm going to minimize the poll.
Yes. So I answered other because I predominantly am using Google Meet. That's what my service provider recommends and has asked us to do. But I have used Avenue in the past, and I'm going to use it again this term, mostly for skill building. And I have had some issues with it this week. So I can speak about Avenue, even though I did not select it.
So you are Avenue. We're interested in whether you teach.
Some people do both because they work from So, I mean, if you teach Link and then you teach ESL, you can be on two
No.
different platforms. If you teach at a college or university, you can have both platforms. I mean, it's really,
So the way I understood the question is we could only choose one. And
Yeah.
my main platform is Google Meet. It's not Avenue, even though I'm giving access to my students on Avenue this term. But so I can speak about Avenue, but it's not my main learning management system. It's not my main platform
So,
for my class.
yeah,
well, for
perhaps-
me, it is.
But where do
Um,
you teach? Do you teach on a Moodle or WordPress?
I teach on Google Meet and I
Then
share screen using
that has
various
nothing to
websites.
do with this.
Okay, oh, we're not talking about the virtual classroom. Because that
Yeah.
could be Zoom, Big Blue Button, that's totally like
Okay,
different.
So
We're
you
talking
don't
about
use an
the
LMS.
Moodle system that you
Okay.
use.
I
So
guess.
I have
Along
used,
with
I
along
do
with
use,
Google Meet, do you use Google Classroom?
No, she doesn't.
sorry, repeat please.
I said, along with Google Meet, do you use Google Classroom to post your materials and stuff?
I do post them, but the students, because of our service provider does not give access to our students on Google Classroom, the adult DSL students. So it is not feasible. I communicate with them other methods. But I do have experience on Avenue. I have used the Avenue, so I do teach with Avenue. So I misunderstood the question.
So we're
Probably,
just
okay,
talking
it's-
about the LMS that you use. That's basically the question here. Is it is it Avenue, which is Moodle? It's just a Moodle 3.11, I think, right now. I don't know if they have upgraded anything. As far as I know,
Okay. So I have used it in the past and I am going to use it again this term.
Right. So
Okay.
on there, as we all know, we only have access to the blue icon because approximately maybe 2 years ago, the black one was taken away from us. And we had to do backups of whatever we had created. So that's what we're just trying to get an idea of who's used which of the, because there's two ways to build H5Ps. There's a black icon one called interactive content, and then there is the blue one, which we're familiar with from Avenue, which is in the activity chooser, right? It's just H5P content or whatever. I can't even remember.
Okay, when we get to that part,
Yeah,
let's,
we'll
in
get to the
our
slide.
presentation, we can go back
Exactly.
to this.
And I see Fausia has her hand up. Fausia Nice.
Yes,
Bye.
hi there.
Hi.
I teach in-person class and I use Avenue just as as a part of my teaching.
Great.
So I selected other because I never used blue button or black before. I just use it as a part of my lessons. But I
Okay.
use
I see.
Avenue.
Well, I
Okay.
think I
Okay,
don't
we'll
know.
have to be very clear on that in the poll.
Shabana loves using her like she does excellent Google quizzes, and I and Andrea were thinking about creating a Google sorry, not Google, but a Moodle quiz course where we create Moodle quizzes. Why? Because on Avenue, those of you that are on Avenue, if you take Shabana's quizzes from Google and just insert all that information into a Moodle quiz, guess what? You can track, it goes to the ePortfolio, it goes automatically. You don't there's so much non-extra work that it's just amazing. And then when you're giving your feedback, you can insert the tool, like the PBLA tool that you've graded them with. Just cut, paste, and it's there. Right,
Okay.
Shabana?
Yeah, I have used H5P, the black one, and I created a few, but then when Avenue came, EduLink was gone and Avenue came, all of my black H5Ps were
You were
gone,
supposed to
and I
download.
started, yeah, and then we started working on the blue ones. And as far
Yeah.
as the quizzes go, I have been creating quizzes on Avenue
Yeah.
to assess and to teach as well. And
Yeah, me too. Me too.
yeah,
Me too.
yeah.
I do
And
it
I'll
all
be
the
doing
time.
it. Yeah,
They
I'll be
go
doing a
hand in
webinar on
hand.
24th January on Tutela if anybody wants to attend that.
That's great.
Okay,
Diane actually let us because she hopes that we can build like a huge content bank of content from these H5Ps, and all the teachers collaborate. So we'll have a lot more material. Like I teach level 1 and 2. So that is my focus. That's what I've created most of my materials for.
okay. Liz,
Yeah, let's begin. Otherwise,
Leah is
we are
asking
late.
a question
Sure.
about all this that perhaps we can answer it in detail later. She's asking, are you asking how you will upload an H5P for your students to complete the activity specifically? Well, we mean what platform you are familiar with where you upload all your material, not just the H5P, but perhaps other
Right.
stuff. So we will get to that during the presentation or at the end in the Q&A section. Yes?
Yeah, so let's begin. So welcome everybody. The agenda for today is we're going to introduce ourselves again, and we are extending a warm welcome to all of our participants that are at 21 right now. Number 2, we're going to look at activities for week 1. We want your feedback, your comments, your reflections, and we're going to talk about the digital badge for week 1. We're going to talk about the online courses for free, which is a site where you will be doing your H5Ps or creating them. And you can invite participants to your sandbox. So anyone in these courses, that's why I have a shared forum where you can share the levels that you teach, and maybe people can hook up by levels so that when you're creating the materials, we can look at each other's and get more and more ideas for our own classrooms. And activities for week 2, we're going to look at those. And basically, we're just focused on text-based this week, but we will revisit these text-based activities where we're going to add audio during the audio week and images during the image week. So you can build on these text-based activities that you build this week. So basically, this course is just the building blocks for bigger things in our advanced course, which will be interactive video course presentation, maybe interactive book. So Andrea and I have many plans. And this is
Okay.
Andrea, and she's
Okay.
been teaching English for over 35 years. She is also a program and material developer at ICANN. She's been a TESOL member since 2020. In 2023, she participated at ABLA 2023 conference in a workshop on how to teach kids and adapt material in face-to-face and virtual environments.
Okay. Well, you know, Elizabeth has wide experience. She has been teaching ESL to adults for over 24 years. She uses Call, Tell, and Moodle to deliver her lessons, and she has taught ESL to foreign learners. Yeah, she has also taught ESL and Link for the last 23 years. Wide
Yeah,
experience.
it's been a long time.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. Mostly when we were in person, we just used the computer lab to supplement our in-person activities with other activities that were suggested to us in the curriculum. But this has gone a totally different way after the pandemic. It's more of
And
a
well,
blended approach.
we all
And this
know
is
Nelly.
दुल्हन हेली को लेकर देना चाहिए तुम्हें
She's our mentor and she's our everything. She is the owner of Moodle for Teachers. She is also the lead of Call IS, of TESOL Call IS, co-chair. And she's been the past EVO lead and instructor. She's also an instructor right now at MIT MSc. And it's a program in immersive technologies, and it's run out of Greece. But Dr. Nelly lives in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, like many of us. And she's been applying Call to her teaching in the K to 12 sector since 1992. And she's been with Moodle. She knows Moodle, and she has her own Moodle site since like over 20 years ago when it first started. So it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Andrea?
Okay. Now, one of the requirements and activities we had during the registration week was to edit your profile. Remember that you can access your profile by clicking next to your icon. Then you have a drop down menu and you can choose profile.
And you find this in the
Wait.
top right-hand corner
Yeah.
of the course.
And when you get to your profile, you click on edit profile, and that will open your profile. It's very important that you check your first name, last name, the way you would like it to appear in the certificate when you finish the course. Remember to check your email address, okay, and select the country and time zone where you live. So you will see that as a block on the right hand side of the course, so you can join the meeting at your time zone, right? This is very important.
Yeah,
I mean,
especially in
editing your
Canada.
profile is very important.
And you also get a badge for it. So as soon as this is done, you should have a badge in your collection of badges. Also, first name, last name, as it appears at your professional organization is very important. And those of you that are on Tutela and belong to other organizations other than TESOL Ontario, please make sure you're in that group on Tutela, the Creating H5P group, because Diane from Tutela will be issuing a certificate as well for this. It counts as PD, but your name needs to match that on integrating technology. Also, TESOL Ontario has authorized the certificate to be worth 10 PD hours in Ontario for anyone who completes the course and presents the certificate if needed. So if you need PD hours or you get assessed or whatever, this counts as 10. But your name, first name, last name must match that at TESOL Ontario. That was one of the requirements that Reza, I forget his last, Reza Menazi or something, like, I can't remember his last name. He said that it must match. Okay, so make sure that your names match. This is all editable here. It's not editable on Avenue, I know that, but here you can edit your first name and last name to make it look what you want it to be. So this part is extremely important because the badges are issued electronically, and so is the final certificate.
Yeah, automatically, depending on your profile.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is
Another
the names that
thing-
will appear.
Yeah. Let's go to the next slide, Liz.
Sure.
Another thing we did during registration week was to discuss about netiquette and online rules. If you're one of the new participants who has joined the course during this past week, please have a look at this forum, and you can post your ideas and comments. Remember, this is also one of the requirements to get your first badge. Next
Yeah,
slide.
and it's within week 1.
Etiquette is the rules that
Okay,
govern
next.
behavior in society.
Next, okay. And well, during week 1, we had these required tasks, such as let's introduce ourselves, advantages of H5Ps in educational context, multimedia elements you use in your daily teaching, Creative Commons and crediting our own work and others, and then a test your knowledge A5P activity about Creative Commons licenses. Other
And
tasks.
on that note,
Okay.
I have to say that this test, the first question is actually incorrect. It should have been true. I have not fixed it because some people do what students do, which is choose the answer that's correct because they retry. So I'm not going to change it this year. I have changed my original version so that when I upload it next time we run the course, it is correct. So I'm really sorry about that. I'm owning up to my mistake, but that's how we learn. And it was pointed out by one of our fellow participants, and I'm really appreciative of that. And that's just how we learn, right?
Exactly.
So when we make mistakes, we own up to them. We don't hide them.
Yeah.
Everybody makes mistakes, otherwise we wouldn't have to learn anything. We'd be perfect, right?
Yeah. And well, remember that some other tasks for week 1 just need for you to view. For example, the general overview or the detailed overview of the course, some references to Creative Commons licenses where you got the videos and infographics. They are just activities that you need to view. As long as you click on them and have a look at them, the activity will be marked as done.
Exactly. And then that's an easy task to do. You can read the entire overview if you really want to, but you don't have to. You can just skim read it and just turn the pages. Once you're done doing that, it's done. It'll show as done. The to do changes to done and it becomes green. So it's easy
Exactly.
because we know we're all busy. So
Yeah.
So last night, Andrea and I, we waited till very late and we looked at who got their first week's badge. And there were only 5 participants at that time. I'm sure that there are a lot more right now because I saw more people working in the course. So congratulations. You have your first badge. It looks like this. It's just called Introduction Week 1. And that's basically all it is. And these are the
their
first
names
5 people we
are
saw. Yeah, Yanislava Andreeva, Iwana Philip, Infan L. Again, L, this is what will appear on your certificate. If you don't want this on your certificate,
okay.
please
He
add your
just
last name.
answered in the chat. It's Lou with 2 U's. Okay.
And in
But we're
Canada, the convention is first name and then last name. So I don't know how you want it to be presented on yours, but the order is up to you.
Thank
And
you,
Brenda
Yanka.
Mallinson and Tony Vernon. So these are the people who've received their first badge. Congratulations. And I'm sure there are more
Yes, for sure. Yeah.
as we speak, and I have no way to check that. And we are now we're completed week 1 and registration week. So we want you to give us some comments, some reflections, some ideas to make the course better for the next time we do it. So the floor is yours. Please feel free to type in the chat or to
Unmute yourselves.
or unmute yourselves. Yes.
Shabana
Raise your
raised
hand.
her hand.
Sure. So can you control that? Because I have no controls.
Okay, Shabana, would you like to unmute yourself?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
I've completed the week 1, but when I did my quiz, I did it 3 or 4 times, and it said it is gonna go to Elizabeth, but on my week
Thank you
1,
for
it still,
that.
yeah, it still says that I'm not done on that, so I don't understand
So if you do it
what
now,
I'm missing.
there was an issue with it. We're really sorry about that. I should have
No
sent out
worries.
a message. If you do it now,
Mhm.
it'll mark it as done.
Okay, so I
Because
have to
there
do
was
the
a
quiz again.
communication issue that Dr. Nelly looked after, which I discovered afterward, because I
Mhm.
have a fake account as well with a real email
Mhm.
that I go in and I test stuff, and I'm like, why isn't this triggering the done thing? And then that's when we discovered that there was an issue. So
Mhm.
it will do it now. If you do it now,
Oh,
like after class or whenever you have time, it'll do it, and then
okay.
you'll get your badge. So
Okay,
everything
so I have
is
to redo the
automatic.
quiz.
Yeah,
Okay,
just redo the quiz.
I'll
Don't
do
worry
that.
about it. I've set it at 70 to pass. I mean, it's easy. If you see something's wrong, the retry button is right there on the same page.
Yeah. Okay, I got
Yeah,
it.
it's not, it's, I designed that quiz and it was a database issue on, you know,
Oh,
on
okay.
the site. So stuff happens.
Yeah,
And we know,
of course.
we are well aware of that on Avenue, so. So on
Okay.
here, it's just the same, and when you're in the background like this, you really realize like, oh gosh.
Mm.
It's not so easy.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Liz, some people on the chat are saying that they completed all week 1 and it shows finished. They see all the green.
And what about the pre-week
Yeah,
session? Did they complete all
well,
that?
but perhaps what they missed are the tasks that are just for them to view. Okay, the ones with the green circle showing they are done are the discussion forums and the test your knowledge H5P activity. But
Mhm.
remember, there are some other tasks that only need participants to view. So please click on them. For example, the detailed overview of the course. Go through some of the pages or the whole file, which is in a book format, and you will see that it shows
I think I'm
done.
gonna go into the course and I'm gonna leave this activity here. And I'm just gonna go into the course. I think I'm sharing my whole screen. I'm not
Yes.
sure.
Yep.
Basic H5P, okay. Let me just go into the course itself. Let me just go into overview.
Okay.
Okay, so as we know with any Moodle course, you start from the top and you scroll down to the bottom. The announcements are not part of it. How come I'm not getting that view of the section? Andrea, do you see what I'm seeing?
Yeah.
Why?
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. There.
So this here is laid out a bit differently. These are like folders with all the information. Then you scroll down and you've got what you need to do. So basically, in the first week, the detailed overview has to be marked done. So if you just go in and you kind of like view this, it's like a book. So you
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
you
A
don't
bit
even,
higher. Scroll
you
up.
don't even need
There. There.
the,
Okay.
yeah, where are the, I thought these controls worked on here.
No, those. Go back, please. Nope. Click on
Detailed
the
overview.
detail
Okay, I
overview
see. That's
again.
for the
Okay.
jumping between Moodle 3.11 and this one is a challenge, but it's a learning experience, a great one. It's a little bit different. Okay, so
Okay.
here we go.
There
So if you click this, you'll see that
we have the abstract, we have the audience, the session objectives.
and all you have
All
to do is
is
scroll
go
through it.
through the
I mean,
different pages of this book where we have a detailed description of the course.
yeah,
Once you
so if you
go
ever
through
want
the
to,
pages and go back to overview, you will see that this activity is marked as done. Would you like to show that?
And not
Liz?
only that, but it'll show here, it'll mark here
Yeah.
as green. Well, I'm trying, but it's slow.
Okay.
Next. I think it's because I'm running several things. Let me just get rid of the Facebook. I don't need that.
Yeah, Brenda, the big blue button at the bottom, blue arrows are for the course
Site.
itself, the site. Yes.
I thought it
But-
was for the book because
Yeah.
we don't have that on Avenue. So
Yeah,
jumping
it's-
back and forth,
Yeah.
it's an experience, let me tell you.
Yeah. Okay, and
And
Breen,
you'll
you
see that
also
when you start
mentioned
creating in the
that she
sandboxes, you guys will
completed
see
all
that.
the activities for week 1, but it shows 2 discussions as to do. And Breen, we are probably we are reading the posts, and we read most of them until last night. We're going to keep reading and grading your posts. Perhaps you are one of the participants that we still need to read posts from. So don't worry, you will get your badge.
Yes, if you'd go through this, it's faster, I think, when you're not in a Zoom call.
Yeah. Okay.
It should turn, so once you go through this book, you can just like skim it, but you just go to right to the very end, it'll turn green for you. We guarantee you that.
Yeah. And for
And
example, Liz
the other ones are
shows
green,
that
so they're
the
done.
netiquette forum is not completed. Well, because we are
I'm
the
a moderator.
moderators, okay? But as soon as you post and we grade your
Ah,
post and
interesting.
answer, you will see that as a green circle. Okay,
So
so
you just keep going at that until
don't
the end.
worry.
It's not working in the Zoom call.
Yeah.
It's actually slowing things down. So
Okay.
this is why I hate using Zoom. I find big blue button is faster. And let me
Okay.
see. So you just have to scroll till the end of the book by using these arrows. And once you're done that, we guarantee you'll turn green. We've tried it. Also the netiquette, it was a forum, right? Let me just
Yeah.
go into that and answer a few questions because I saw some questions. People were asking, how do you get your points? Well, we use ratings and everybody gets 100 as long as they do something, except we have to go in and not correct, but just read. We like to read what everybody's posted. So, you know, we can also get ideas. And when we read it, we just give you 100. So basically when you post something, you automatically get 100. So if I go into anybody's posts, like let's just look at rule 7 here.
Okay.
Yeah, this is so slow. It's wow.
Okay, but never mind. Yeah, the idea is that we read your post, we give you 100 just because
Yeah.
you completed
I
the
just
task.
wanted to show
But
inside.
well, it
So
takes
each of you see, so if you go in and you look at your post again, underneath you'll see a rating and you'll see 100. And
yeah, it's
I find that
unresponsive.
ratings are really, really good because like everybody gets 100. So we can rate. I've used this with my students and they all want to get 100. If you do this on Avenue and you do it out of 100, you will surely crash your course like I did last year because you cannot have more than 10,000 points in your course. So forums and quizzes count for points. So
Okay.
the rating scale that I use is 1 to 4. So basically, not yet, almost, satisfactory or good, and excellent. So, for example, the date forum I have in the morning, if everything's typed correctly or copied, reproduced correctly, they get 4 out of 4. If
Okay,
there's like 4
Liz.
mistakes, they drop down to the next.
Liz, let's answer
I do
one
it
more
in
thing
class.
and we continue with the presentation.
Sure.
Ambreen asked, what about test your knowledge activity? She attempted 2 times. Okay, there was an
If she
issue,
does it,
Ambreen, but you can try it again now and your answers will be saved. Let's keep moving. Let's go
there's
to the
more
next.
time after for Q&A at the
Yeah.
end. So
Yes.
overview of week 2. So you're going to set up your H5P playground. So basically what you guessed is an empty sandbox, and then you build on it with your H5Ps. We're focusing on H5Ps. So that is the main focus of the course, and that's all we want you to create. If you want to create quizzes or assignments or whatever, I mean, most of you have your own LMS where you can do that and the experience to do it there. Week 2, you're going to choose a playground. Honestly, they're all the same. They're just a Moodle sandbox. So those of you in stage 4, it's like your stage 4 course. It's empty. You're going to fill it up. Okay. And you can design it the way I've suggested is like week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5.
Okay.
That's it.
Now,
How
Coleman,
many H5Ps activities are there? Andrea?
well, there are 54 so far, but we won't see all of them in this course. Let's go to the next slide.
Nope.
Yeah.
So which platforms run H5Ps? Moodle. So Avenue is run on Moodle. So that's a Moodle site. WordPress runs H5Ps. Drupal, Canvas, Brightspace by D2L, Desire to Learn. The Toronto Catholic District School Board, I think the Toronto District School Board runs programs on Brightspace, and Blackboard.
And many
So
others too.
Google
Yeah.
Classroom is not compatible with H5Ps, but if you create or upload your H5P to Lumi Education, you can then share it, and you create an account on there. You can then share it with your students. The only downfall is you don't get any information back of how they did.
Okay.
That's the only thing. So that's what I don't like, and that's why I run mine on the Moodle.
And well, this week we are going to focus our attention on text-based H5P activity types. They are true, false, question, multiple choice, fill in the blanks, track the words, and mark the words. Of course, yeah, these activity types can also, we can also add images, audio, and video, but we are going to concentrate on the text-based kind. Okay, we're going to add text. Then in the coming weeks, we are going to reuse some of these activities, adding images, audio, and video. Let's go to the next slide.
So basically, true, false, multiple choice, fill in the blanks, drag the words, mark the words. All of these are your building blocks for anything you do. So as you can see in the test your knowledge for Creative Commons, I've used each one of these in there. And I've used only text, and that was purposely done. So we're going to show you how to infuse these with images, with audio, with
in
everything.
the coming weeks.
Yeah.
And of course, there are other activities that could be used for text-based, but we chose this, these 5 for this week. The true-false question. Okay, we can add images or videos, but we are not going to do it this week. Next.
So the description of true false is simply a true false question. Toronto is the capital city of Quebec.
Okay.
As an example, right? True or false. Multiple choice, again, you just choose A, B, C, D, whatever, how many you
Okay.
want to add in there, 1, 2, 3.
And well,
So-
you will see video tutorials
Or
that we
you
made
can have
on
multiple answers.
how to create this type of activity types.
Yes, and we have we have inserted these video tutorials inside of forums so that you can continue to ask us for support, and we really welcome that. And that is, we feel, the best way to learn is if you ask questions, and we welcome questions because questions are so important for the learning. That's how we feel. And believe me, I've asked tons of questions.
Okay,
So here we have
next.
fill in the blanks. That's pretty simple, that you can take any written up fill in the blank activity and just put it, retype it into the H5P, and you've got to fill in the blank. And it can get as complex as you want for any level that you're teaching, or as simple as you want for any level that you're teaching.
Okay.
Drag the words, drag the letters, it's up to you. Like, I mean, it's as
Of
creative
course,
as you are.
in our examples, we made very simple examples, but of course that will be different depending on the course and the students you're teaching. If the level is
Exactly.
a higher one, your activity will look
More
perhaps
complicated.
more complicated or more interesting, but we just give very simple examples, and we will be happy to hear how how you can implement these activities in your classes.
Exactly. So
Let's
that's the
go to
idea,
the
is to
next
learn from
slide.
each other and with each other. So the next slide is mark the words. Again,
Okay.
this could be as simple as mark the word that you hear if you're doing a listening, you know, like which
But we
verb
will
did you
focus
hear?
on text.
Which preposition did you hear? You know, I'm just thinking lower levels, like it could be used, you know, for skill building activities, even for a test, but
Exactly. But remember that this week we will focus on text-based. Then
exactly.
as the course goes on, we will see that we can use these activities too, with audio, with images, okay? But we think that it's something basic to learn to use the activity type with text first, and then add the multimedia elements as we progress.
Right, because these are the building blocks. This is the foundation of any H5P activity.
So we are going to
again,
familiarize with text-based H5P activity types. We are going to explore them. We are going to identify the text-based H5P activity types that you will work on during this week. True, false, multiple choice, fill in the blanks, mark the words, and drag the words, dragging text. Next. You will be doing all this in your dedicated Moodle course on online courses for free. You will learn about the H5P within Moodle's activity chooser, having two choices: the blue icon, which you will go through the content bank, or the H5P black icon that is the interactive content type. In some sites you will have both choices, but maybe on other sites you will just have the blue one. You can also create your H5P activities in Lumi Education. We offer 2 video tutorials, how to work on Lumi online and offline. Okay, so let's go to the next slide, Liz. And these are the
some
icons.
of you on Avenue know this one, H5P, and some of you know the black one, interactive content. Maybe you know it from EduLink. And this one is gone from Avenue, but we have the blue one, which means we create our stuff in the content bank, and then we upload it to the cover or the covering page or the activity itself from the activity chooser.
And for example, in my school, we have both, but the interactive content icon does not look black but green because of the theme we have in our LMS. So
Right.
when you see interactive content, it's the what we call the black icon. If you just see H5P, it's what we call the light blue or blue icon. Let's move to the next slide, Liz.
Okay, so overview of week 2. Again, you're demonstrating how you created your activities. One activity for true, false, very simple. It's just one question. Multiple choice, again, very simple, just one question. Fill in the blanks, again, just one question. Mark the words, again, just one question. And drag the words or text, again, just one question. That's basically it. And so it's just one question per this and a video tutorial of how you do it in either the black or the blue or whatever
And
platform you
well,
want to
remember
use.
that when you are about to create your own activities, you can watch the video tutorials we created, and you can also go through some reading tutorials for each of these activity types. We know that some people are visual learners, auditory learners, or maybe they prefer to read tutorials. So we try to resort to different ways to help you see the steps to create H5P activities. Then
Right,
you
we
will
wanna-
produce a video tutorial showing your process.
Right, and we want to tap into everybody's way of learning, so that's why we've done this. Also, all of these activities are available on Avenue in stages 3, but if you're not in stage 3 or let's say stage 2, it doesn't mean you can't do it because in Learn IT to Teach, it's also available there.
Okay, let's go to the next slide. Remember that when recording your video tutorial, you can use the screen recorder of your choice, the one you feel familiar with. Perhaps you choose Vimeo or Screenpal, whatever screen recorder you choose is fine. And then, next slide, you will upload your video to the platform of your choice to publish them. Okay, you can use YouTube, Vimeo, or the one you are familiar with, and you will paste the link to this video in the forum in the course.
Right, because we'd love to watch how you build it, and that way it'll also help you learn. Maybe you'll learn new techniques that you haven't thought of or from each other. And that's like when I did Moodle for teachers last year, I actually, like Andrea showed ways that I hadn't thought of or was taught and ways to do different things and to do the same things. And sometimes there's shorter ways than what we're experienced with or what we've learned. So that's why, and I use YouTube, and last year I made all my videos public because Dr. Nelly was requesting that, and our videos for this session will also be public starting, I guess I can make them public from today because right now it's just with the link. And they're on YouTube, and you can make yours unlisted or public. It's strictly up to you.
Okay.
And the required tasks for week 2 looks like a lot, but in week 3, there's just a couple more, so it's a little shorter. It gets shorter and shorter as the weeks go by. So basically, you're going to choose your H5P playground. That's a choice activity. That's what it looks like in the new Moodle 4.3. And these are all forums, and you're going to share your choice with other participants. Also, when you share your choice, I'm going to add in there to please also share the levels that you teach, so that we can team up with people who are teaching similar levels or the same levels. So if you're teaching English for academic purposes, maybe you want to get together with those people that do that. It's up to you. You can team up with more than one person by joining their sandbox. Week 2, video tutorial of how you added and created a true false question. Again, one question only. So don't start creating multiple ones, because then you, I don't know, it depends, it's up to you, but and how much time you have. Video
Just one
tutorial,
true false,
Yeah.
one multiple
one
choice,
multiple choice,
one
one
fill in the blanks.
blank,
And
one mark the
perhaps
word.
when you post in the forum, you can suggest how you might use this activity type in your
Right.
teaching context.
Yeah,
We
and that's
will
one of
all
the
share lots
requirements.
of ideas that way.
And we'll also share ours. Actually, we'll make them available, and we'll make our sandbox available to you as students to go through our activities as well. But right
Okay.
now, online courses for free is experiencing a malfunction due to the black H5P interactive content. It's not working at all. So I don't know if we'll be able to use that one. And the last one is how to use Lumi and add H5P activities. So those of you that run Google Suite, you can link to Lumi and have your H5P there. Not ideal. It's better if you're on a Moodle platform, because you can see and track your learners' progress, whether they did it or didn't do it or whatever.
Okay.
And it's Q&A time.
Yeah. We have just a few minutes for Q&A time.
We
But
can
I
go over
guess,
a little bit, I think.
yeah,
Because
I
I
don't
think the next
know.
one starts at 12.
Yeah,
Last week was
but
a little different because of the
yeah.
kickoff.
Maybe we can stay for about 15 more minutes.
Sure.
Feel
I
free
just
to
had a
unmute
question.
yourselves. Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I had a question regarding the video tutorials you were mentioning. Can we make a one video tutorial in where we are going to talk about each one by one, or you want each
Yeah,
video
one by
tutorial
one.
separate?
One by one, so you can post each video tutorial. They're very short, whatever it takes
Well,
you
okay.
to create
Okay.
that
I was
question.
thinking it's gonna be too short
One
to
by
make.
one, so you can post it to each of the forums, because you're
Okay,
gonna
okay.
discuss how you can use it with your, again, your teaching context, your
Mhm.
class. So that's the focus. We want you to be able to take these activities and use them next week or the week after in your class.
Mhm.
Or after you've built on them, you can use them in your class.
So the video you want is to be how I created that specific drag and drop or whatever I
Yeah.
created. Okay.
Whatever you create, and one
Okay.
question. So
Okay.
don't go like overboard. I mean,
Okay.
most of them are just a one question thing anyway, activity. So
I
Okay.
guess we truly
because they're
believe,
building blocks for the
Shab-
bigger things.
Shabana, we truly believe that by showing others how we created our activities, no matter how simple or complex they might be,
Mhm.
it's a way to reinforce this idea that we can reteach and share the new knowledge with other
Yeah.
partners. So
Okay.
by asking all participants to record their own video tutorials, it's a way to help you feel confident enough to start creating your own H5P activities. These tutorials will be very short, simple, and you will become confident week after week.
Mhm. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's see if we have any other questions. Okay, now Gertie asks, can you show how to embed H5P in Moodle so I can get the information how the students work with these activities?
We're going to show you how
Now,
to create it in Moodle.
Yeah, in
So
the
it will
tutorials
be
you
in
will see
Moodle.
that. Yeah,
Your
in the
sandbox
tutorials.
is in Moodle. So
Yeah.
then you just take your knowledge from here. If you're on Avenue, apply it there. It's the same process. So if you want to, you'll see my videos because I do only the blue and I use the content bank because it doesn't matter what Moodle you're on, whether it's on Avenue or here Dr. Nelly's site, any of her sites. When you create an H5P in Moodle, it's there. You just attach it to the activity type, H5P. I'll show you how to do that. And then it's there. And then the tracking, you can track it. And not only that,
Okay.
on Avenue, you can
Now-
actually tag it to go to the e-portfolio. And I've done
Liz,
that
Gertie,
several times.
Gertie also
Yes.
asks if may I record the videos in my own language? Well, we need this to be recorded in English because all our participants use English as their
Right.
the language they teach. But of course, you're welcome to record videos for your students in your own language. Yeah, of course.
But not in this course
Not in
because
this
this
course.
course is part of EVO and TESOL, and it's for teachers of English as a second language or English as an additional language. So everybody should be speaking English because the idea is this is for ELT professionals, English language teacher professionals, and not other sectors. That's the idea of EVO. So yeah, English is the only thing we'll accept. Because also Andrea and I, we only know a few languages. We don't know all of your languages as much as we'd love to.
A suggestion, she can have a closed caption of her language on the video.
Yeah, that's a good
That
idea.
Yeah,
can
that's
help,
another
yeah.
good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, she can have the translation, or if she uses YouTube, I think YouTube does that.
Oh, okay.
Close, like,
Gertie
yeah.
says he's a teacher from math and computer science. He or she, sorry, a teacher of math and computer science. Great. You can.
Well, that's a totally different can of worms. We are not focused on that because the focus of EVO is actually, you know, TESOL, which is teaching English as a second, or sorry, as a second or other language.
Yeah.
I think that's what the acronym means. I can't really remember. And basically, this is geared towards teaching English. And my focus here is the CLB and PBLA. And that's basically my focus because that is what we need. And Andrea is different. She's in Argentina, so she's going to focus on her, you know, the way they teach ESL there or ELT there. So this is geared towards that. And I know with math, there are like math questions, science questions. I mean, this, you can learn the building blocks, but the focus here is English language teaching.
Yep.
So we can't go into, like, if you ask me how to do a math question, like, we're not here for that. We don't even use that question type because it's not, I mean, unless you're doing numeracy, literacy type of thing for your students, then it wouldn't work. And that would be more for the literacy students.
Okay.
So that's not one of our focuses.
Yep. Okay.
Any more questions?
Shabana makes a nice
Yeah.
comment. She says, thank you for going through how-tos of week 2. And well, we are happy you like this simple and short presentation of the tasks for the coming week.
Yeah, and if you
yes.
need any help, please ask in the support forum. Please ask. We're here to help you move forward. I may not be able to reach you because I do teach English full time, 9 to 2:30. I teach Link, and I'm, you know, on the road in class since like about 7:30 in the
Yeah.
morning.
Okay,
Oh,
Magdalena,
excuse me.
Magdalena
Yes.
raised her hand. Go ahead.
Yes. Yes, thank you. I do have a question. I have never created a video before per se. I mean, in the past, the only way that I know how to create something similar to a video
is using PowerPoint and record my voice and output it as a MP4 file. So I am a little bit
Excellent.
anxious. Yeah, thank you. Anxious about creating a video. So
It's the same process. Instead
really?
of sharing your PowerPoint, you share your screen in online courses for free or inside of
Magdalene,
your.
there's
It-
in week 1, there's an activity where we show the different steps, how to screen record, and you can watch the video, follow the steps, and try screen recording. Yeah, what you want to share. Okay.
On week 1.
Yeah, let me give you the
If
exact.
you
Are
have
you sure
Zoom,
it's not week 2, Andrea?
if you
I
have
can't look at
Zoom,
anything.
How to create, it's not in week 1, sorry, it's
Oh, okay.
it's how to create video tutorials. If you go to the course, you see the overview tab, the tab that
Okay.
says virtual live session, then the tab that says weekly badges, the next one, how to create video tutorials. You click there
Okay.
and you
Okay.
have
Yeah.
the
So yeah,
steps.
yeah.
Okay,
I
there
added
is
the
the
link. The
page.
link is in the chat.
Oh,
Oh,
thank
okay.
you. And there you
Thank you.
see the different
Sure.
screen recorders, the platforms, and you have steps to help you create your own video tutorials. Anyway, we can help you out. You send us a message and we can help you out.
I can give one suggestion here. If you don't have any free account over there, you can record your video on Zoom. Open your Zoom meeting, record your Zoom session by sharing screen, record your video, and then you can upload it on YouTube easily.
Okay,
Oh.
great idea.
That works
Thank
very
you.
well. Yeah.
That's wonderful idea. You can
Yeah.
also do it, I
Okay.
guess, in by sharing your screen on
Okay.
oh, I don't think you can. I just use a screen capture, screen record. I
Okay.
have Snagit, so I use that because I
Okay.
paid for that.
Yeah,
And
I
I
had
record
some
on there
free.
and then upload it
Yeah,
to
yeah, I had
YouTube.
some free platforms, but now my storage is gone and I don't want to pay. So Zoom is the best place where you can screen share, record your video, record your meeting, and then
That's
upload
why
the
I
link
bought that.
online.
I
Yeah,
bought Snagit a couple of years ago because
yeah,
it's easy to, like, what I sent you this morning was created in Snagit. You just take
yeah,
a screenshot and then you just put
yeah.
in the arrows and stuff. And it's something that you could do quickly during class when your students have questions. So that's why I have it. And yeah, I pay for that, but it's a one-time deal. You pay once and you've got it for, life.
And you said that's Snagit?
Yeah, Snagit.
Okay, I'll look into that.
So it's this S at the bottom. It comes with two things, one for creating, one for editing. It edits videos, screen captures, whatever you want. And it's great for lower levels if you're teaching that, because you know how visual, everything has to be so visual.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have used Loom and Screencastify.
Yeah, there are
That's another
wonderful
one. There are
screen
so many.
recorders.
Flip. My friend is taking the Moodle for Teachers one. She teaches with me, Link. She teaches the literacy class and she's loving that class and she's using Flip. So
Good. Okay,
you know.
people, we need to wrap up because I guess,
Yeah, we've got to go, right?
yeah,
Everybody's
we've
got their
gotta
life.
go. Yeah. So feel free to ask any questions you might have in the support forum. And we hope we have a great learning and sharing week.
So how do I go back to this so that I could see everybody?
Okay,
I have to hide
remember.
floating icons.
Okay, and you can stop sharing and we can take a picture and that's it.
And how do I get back into the thing?
Yeah, maybe you can stop sharing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stop share. I'm getting used Zoom, because I do not use Zoom. I use
So we can put up our cameras and take a nice picture.
and just let me
There
do
we
one
are.
thing. I'm just gonna I want to take where is the chat? I would like to take a copy of this chat, and I'm gonna upload it into our forum in case there's any questions that we haven't answered.
Okay.
And
Okay,
I'll answer there. So let me just take
and
my camera on, say hi and bye, I guess.
okay. Let's see.
Hello, everybody. Here I am.
Good,
So
cameras
nice to
on,
see
so we
everybody.
can have a nice picture.
So nice to see everybody. It's great.
Okay.
There's Shabana
Great.
and
Are you taking a picture, Liz,
Shona.
too?
Am I taking a picture? I can, I guess. Yeah.
Good. Just
Love you all.
good. Okay. Have a
Or I
great
guess you can use the
weekend.
emoticons.
And we
And
hope
yeah.
you have a nice journey with this coming week.
And I hope you have fun.
Yeah.
And make lots of mistakes. You'll learn. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye,
Have a great
people.
afternoon. Have a
Thank
great
you.
weekend. Bye,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Love you
Bye.
all. Bye.